Hey you guys, it's Shoya here with Relationship Hero, and today's video is going to focus on signs that your partner may or may not want to marry you. So, this video is for all my long term couples, meaning if you're in a relationship that's 6 months or shorter, then maybe this isn't for you. But if you have found that you're in a long term relationship, you've been with your partner for a while, you two are in a committed dynamic, and things seem to be headed towards what would be more of an official commitment, aka marriage, then yes, this video is for you, specifically if you think that your partner may be showing signs of not wanting to get married just yet. Now, obviously, there's tons of ways that we can fall down this rabbit hole, but for the sake of this video, we're going to focus on three things: cold feet, obstacles, and mutual values. So, one of the things that you may be assessing when it comes to your partner taking their precious time about proposing or setting a date or really unifying your unit and your family could just be an honest case of cold feet, right? The idea of marriage is scary to some people. You want to hold space for understanding why your partner may be slow to wanting to make a commitment to you, especially if they've been with you for a long period of time and the dynamics of your relationship, at least on a behavior level, won't change much given if you get married, especially if you feel like you two already act married, right? Um, some people do not share the same beliefs when it comes to marriage. The way to address this, as always, communication is key. Have a conversation with your partner, sit down with them, and assess why you're picking up a sense of hesitation when it comes to marriage. See if they feel the same about the institution of marriage, the same way that you do. As maybe the issue isn't you and your relationship, maybe the issue is just how they feel about marriage as a whole altogether. And see if you two can come and find some common ground so you can get back to moving forward. The second thing that we want to address is obstacles. So if this may be the box that you feel that you fall into, then yes, you and your partner share similar ideas and beliefs surrounding the institution of marriage. And yes, maybe you two have discussed possibly getting married in the future, but there is something that is standing in their way. So, marriage is a huge commitment. And for a lot of people, there are a couple of boxes that they feel they need to check off before they say, I do. Those boxes could regard finances, those boxes could regard personal goals, those boxes could have something to do with you, those boxes could be something personal. Again, communication is key. You need to sit down with your partner and instead of coming across in an accusatory manner or assuming that their hesitation towards marriage is personal and or about you and the relationship, have a conversation and see if you can get a clear understanding as to why they are taking their precious time to get you down the aisle. And last but not least, which is the harder of the three, mutual goals. A lot of people assume that just because they've been together for a very long time, that is automatically a thing that obviously you're headed towards marriage. But if you two have never had the marriage conversation, if you've never had the conversation with your partner to see if they even believe in marriage, think that that's a thing, or even want that for themselves, let alone with you, then you may find yourself in what we call a comfort zone trap. This is what happens when two people get together and feel like, even though they have conflicting values and conflicting goals, they would rather be miserable together than to figure out how to brace being alone. These are people who are in their relationships simply for the sake of not being alone. But they've been together for so long that it just makes sense that marriage should be around the corner. Do not assume, if you haven't had the conversation, that just because you and your partner have been together for a long time, that means that you're both headed down the aisle. Have a conversation with your partner if marriage is your goal and assess whether or not you two have similar values or goals that he or she shares that will help you get closer to accomplishing the goal of marriage. If you two do not have the same goal, well, then you have a problem. But that's what we're here for. So, If you don't know what box that you fit yourself in, or if you feel like your situation is just a little bit more complex than not, then we are here to help you save the day. Please sign into Relationship Hero, sign up with a coach like myself, share your story with us, and we will do our due diligence into helping you figure out how to take more effective and actionable steps to get you closer to your goal. In the meantime, I hope you guys take care and have a good rest of your day.